Hello viewers, welcome to UN Digital Class. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about expert system. Now, let us start. First of all, what is an expert system? An expert system is a computer program that is designed to solve complex problems and to provide decision making ability like a human expert. Which means expert system is nothing but it is a computer program, and that expert system is basically designed for solving the complex problem and for providing the decision like human being, that is the expert system. Next, it performs this by extracting knowledge from its knowledge base using the reasoning and the inference rules according to the user queries. This point says about how the expert system actually works. Here the expert system performs its work, or it performs by extracting the knowledge from its knowledge base by using the reasoning and the inference rule according to the query asked by the user. Next, the expert system is a part of AI, and the first expert system was developed in the year 1970, which was the first successful approach of artificial intelligence. It solves the most complex issues as an expert by extracting the knowledge stored in its knowledge base. That means the expert system always solves the complex problem like a human expert by extracting the knowledge from its knowledge base. Next, the system helps in decision making for complex problems using both facts and heuristics like a human expert. And it is called so because it contains the expert knowledge of a specific domain, and it can solve any complex problem of that particular domain. Which means the expert system always solves the complex problem by using the fact and the heuristic like the human being. Next one is that the expert system uses the knowledge base, and the knowledge base contains the knowledge of a particular domain or a particular subject. Next, these systems are designed for a specific domain such as medicine and science. The performance of an expert system is based on the expert's knowledge stored in its knowledge base, which means the performance of the expert system is basically depends upon the knowledge that are stored in its knowledge base. The more knowledge stored in its knowledge base, then the expert system provides the high performance. One of the common example of an expert system is a suggestion of spelling errors while typing in the Google search box. Which means I think all of you must know about the Google search box. Because when you want to search something from the internet, first of all you open the Google site, then you type in the Google search box what you want to search. Suppose you are typing something and that typing contains a spelling mistake. Then there is some options or some suggestions are given to you. And these suggestions are nothing but these are the expert system which is used in the Google search box. This is one of the example of the expert system. Now look at this figure. This figure shows the working of the expert system. In this figure, this is the expert system, and this expert system contains three things. One is the user interface, another one is the rules engine, or you can call it as inference engine. Then next one is the knowledge base, and here this one is the non-expert user, or simply you can say that the user, and this one is the knowledge from an expert, which means when an user asks some query to the expert system, that query is called as the input, and the expert system takes this query by using the interface, that is the user interface. Then the expert system uses the inference engine and extract the knowledge from the knowledge base regarding this query, and here the knowledge base contains the knowledge, that is the knowledge from an expert system. When the rule engine extract the knowledge from the knowledge base, then this rule engine gives the knowledge to the user interface, and here the user interface provides this knowledge or output to the user. That means when a user asks some query to the expert system, first the expert system takes this query by using the user interface, and here this query is sent to the rule engine, and the rule engine always extract the data or information from this knowledge base, and it send the output to the user by using the user interface. This is the working of expert system. Next, some popular examples of the expert system. First one is the Dendral. It was an artificial intelligence project that was made as a chemical analysis expert system. It was used in organic chemistry to detect unknown organic molecules with the help of their mass spectra and knowledge base of chemistry, which means this Dendral expert system detects the non-organic molecules from their mass spectra and the knowledge base of chemistry. Next example is Mycin. Here it was one of the earliest backward chaining expert system that was designed to find the bacteria causing infection like bacteremia and maiming it. It was also used for the recommendation of antibiotics and the diagnosis of blood clotting. That means this Mycin expert system is basically used for detecting the bacteria which causes the infection, and it also provides us or recommended which antibiotic is used for that infection. Next example is Pexdis. Here it is an expert system that is used to determine the type and the level of the lung cancer. Next, characteristics of expert system. First characteristics is high performance. The expert system provides high performance for solving any type of complex problem of a specific domain with high efficiency and accuracy, which means the expert system always solves a complex problem with high accuracy and the efficiency, so that it is called as the high performance. Next, highly responsive, which means the expert system provides the result for any complex query within a very short period of time. That means when a user sends a query to the expert system, the expert system processes that query within a short period of time and provides the output to the user. For this reason, the expert system is called as the high responsive than the human being. Next, understandable. It responds in a way that can be easily understandable by the user. It can take input in human language and provides the output in the same language, which means suppose the user wants to ask some query to the expert system, then the user must use its own language, that is the human language, and ask query to the expert system. When the expert system takes that query, then it processes it and gives the output to the user by the same language, and that output is easily understandable, so that the expert system is called as understandable. Next, reliable. It is much reliable for generating an efficient and accurate output. The expert system always gives us the accurate output. For this reason, it is called as reliable. Next, components of expert system. An expert system mainly consists of three components. First one is the user interface, second one is the inference engine, third one is the knowledge base. Now look at this figure. In this figure, this is our expert system, and this expert system contains three components. First one is the interface, that is the user interface. Second one is the inference engine, and third one is the knowledge base. Now here, this is the human expert and this is the knowledge engineer, and this one is nothing but that is the user, and that user may not be an expert. Now look at here how the knowledge is stored in the knowledge base of our expert system. Here the human expert gives the data or the knowledge of a particular domain to the knowledge engineer, and the knowledge engineer takes that data or information and verifies it and refine the data and stored it in the knowledge base. That means here the knowledge base contains the knowledge of a particular domain which is provided by the knowledge engineer. Now look at here. Here this is the user who wants to use this expert system. Then the user asks some query to this expert system. When the user asks some query to the expert system, first the query is given by the interface to the expert system. Here the interface takes the query and gives the inference engine, and the inference engine applies the inference rule and extract the information or output from this knowledge base regarding this query asked by the user. And when it extracts the information, then send it to the interface, and the interface send it to the user. And now the user get the output from the expert system. This is the way how the knowledge is stored in the knowledge base of expert system, and how the user extract the information or data from the expert system by asking some query. Now look at the first component of our expert system, that is user interface. With the help of a user interface, the expert system interacts with the user, takes queries as an input in a readable format and passes it to the inference engine. That means the user interface is nothing but it is an interface through which the expert system communicates with the user. And here the user asks some query by using this interface to the expert system. Next, after getting the response from the inference engine, it displays the output to the user. That means when a user asks some query to the expert system, first the query is provided to the user interface, then the user interface passes that query to the inference engine. Now the inference engine processes that query and gives the output to the user interface, and through this user interface the user gets the output. Next, in other words, it is an interface that helps a non-expert user to communicate with the expert system to find a solution. That means, in simple words, you can say that user interface is nothing but it is a communication media between the user and the expert system, through which the user can ask the query to the expert system and find the solution. Next, inference engine. This is the second component of our expert system. You can call it as rules of engine. The inference engine is known as the brain of the expert system, as it is the main processing unit of the system. That means, in expert system, inference engine is nothing but it is the main processing unit of our expert system. For this reason, it is called as the brain of our expert system. Next, it applies inference rules to the knowledge base to derive a conclusion or to deduce new information. That means, when user asks some query to the expert system, the inference engine takes that query from the user interface and it processes that query and derives the new information or the conclusion from the knowledge base. Next, it helps in deriving an error-free solution of queries asked by the user. That means the inference engine always provides the error-free solution to the user. With the help of an inference engine, the system extracts the knowledge from the knowledge base. That means by using the inference engine, the user always extracts the data or information from the knowledge base. Next, there are two types of inference engine. First one is the deterministic inference engine, second one is the probabilistic inference engine. In deterministic inference engine, the conclusions are drawn by assuming that it is true and it is based on facts and rules. And in probabilistic inference engine, this type of inference engine contains uncertainty in conclusions. That means the deterministic inference engine always provides the conclusion that is based upon the facts and it always provides the fact is true. But the probabilistic inference engine always based upon the uncertainty conclusion. Next component is knowledge base. The knowledge base is a type of storage that stores knowledge acquired from the different experts of the particular domain. Which means the knowledge base is nothing but it is a storage, and which stores the knowledge that is extracted from the different expert of a particular domain. It is considered as big storage of knowledge. The more knowledge is stored in the knowledge base, the more precise will be the expert system. That means the knowledge base is the big storage, and more the knowledge you stored in the knowledge base, then it provides the precise expert system, which provides us high performance. Next, it is similar to a database that contains information and rules of a particular domain or subject, which means here the knowledge base is very similar to our database. All of you know about the database which is stored the data. Here in our artificial intelligence, the knowledge base is nothing but that is the database which stores the knowledge or data of a particular domain or particular subject. One can also view the knowledge base as collection of objects and their attributes. Next, advantage of expert system. Here the first advantage is these systems are highly reproducible. And next one is they can be used for risky places where the human presence is not safe. That means we can use the expert system in the place where this place is risky for human being. For example, in bomb defusing. For bomb defusing, we can use the expert system. But if you use the human being, that is very risky for the human being. Next, error possibilities are less if the knowledge base contains correct knowledge. That means the knowledge base always provides us the correct output, and that output is based upon the knowledge that are stored in the knowledge base. If the knowledge stored in the knowledge base are correct, then it must provide the correct output. Next, the performance of this system remains steady as it is not affected by emotions, tension or fatigue. That means here the expert system performance remains steady, because compared to the human being performance depends upon its emotions or the fatigue, but the expert system has no emotions. For this reason, it always provides a steady performance. Next, they provide a very high speed to respond to a particular query, which means when a user asks a query to the expert system, within a short period of time the expert system processes that query and produce the output and gives to the user, compared than the human being or human expert. Next, limitations of expert system. The response of the expert system may get wrong if the knowledge base contains the wrong information. That means if the knowledge base contains the wrong information, then when a user asks some query to the expert system, then the expert system may provide the wrong output, because here our knowledge base contains the wrong information. That is the limitation of the expert system. Like a human being, it cannot produce a creative output for a different scenario, which means the expert system is nothing but it is a machine, and it only gives the output based upon its knowledge stored in the knowledge base. but human being gives the output by using its creativity. But expert system, there is no creativity or no thinking power. It only based upon the knowledge that are stored in its knowledge base. Its maintenance and development cost are very high. Next, knowledge acquisition for designing is much difficult. For each domain, we require a specific expert system, which is one of the big limitations. That means when we want to design an expert system, then we can design an expert system for a particular domain. One expert system cannot work for different domain. For a single domain, a single expert system can be designed, which is very high cost. Next, it cannot learn from itself and hence requires manual updates. That means, like human being, the expert system cannot learn from its environment or situation. We have to update the knowledge base by providing the information or data. Next, applications of expert system. The first application is in designing and manufacturing domain. That means the expert system is basically used for designing and manufacturing the physical devices like camera and lens. Next application is in the knowledge domain. That means the expert system can be used in knowledge domain as tax advisor or advisor. Next application is the finance domain. Here in the finance domain we can use the expert system which can detect the fraud. This is all about the expert system. Here you must remember that expert system is not the replacement of human being, but it is a device or it is a machine which is used by the human being or to solve the complex problem. If you have any doubt regarding this expert system, you can ask me through comment. I will discuss about your doubt. Thank you for watching.